Now, but I understand what needs to happen next. There's a being here in this shield, and he goes over and you see this impressive looking shield, like engraved, glowing with some kind of very powerful energy. Yes.
Do I find it familiar?
It is not. It is not the shield that you've seen hung above the Blade and Stars.
Okay.
It is a very different shield.
I got so excited.
I know, I was like, finally. But
I'm going to go, what's so bad about the shield, and try and take it down.
Well, I mean, it is on a high place above a bunch of other, like, coffers. It's at the back part of the room. Are you moving towards
Can
that?
I-
area?
I'm just going to all my way through it and
Can I? Oh, wait, I like try to grab Oliver and can I like roll to? Can I do a perception check?
Absolutely. From what you can tell around the room, there are several coffers in this room that have lots of. This is a vault, essentially. There, you do see this shield, and what a glorious-looking shield that it is. Its markings are unlike anything that you have ever seen in your entire life. No craftsmanship seems to really mirror it. To give you kind of a descriptor of it, there is a gold bronzish kind of sheen to it, and it looks as though even in the light, the shadow is constantly moving over it, like in a certain way.
I was gonna say, can I like investigate the shield a little bit closer?
I mean, you and Oliver can both do that because he listed that was something that he wanted to do. You guys can get closer. He says, he's
Do
like,
you want to help? Are you helping me? Am I helping you?
I'll hook you up so you can look at it.
as you get close enough to the shield, you can kind of remark upon its edges and see that there is something outer worldly about this. This seems like the metal itself is encasing something, and that is when you hear something that reverberates in your head only. So no one else is going to pick this conversation up, but you hear, you can help. You are there. Speak back.
I'm going to jostle you.
Yeah.
Hey, you're zoning out.
Yeah.
What's with the shield?
Who are you?
I am the Hidden Lord. You do not know anything about the Hidden Lord.
Okay.
But as it speaks to you, and it says, I am the Hidden Lord, and who are you? Who do I address?
My name is Merritt.
Merit. The grade at which we judge all works.
Yeah. That's me.
You strike me as someone who is kind.
I try.
Someone who is good.
I try.
Do you help others?
Yes.
Perhaps then maybe you can help me.
Why should I?
Because the man speaking to you is a liar. And you know this.
I do know this, actually. What?
I will make no bargain. I will say only that if you are able to help me, then I will help you.
What do you want?
I must be free of this place. I have been encapsulated in here. I must return to where I am from, or break my bonds from where I am imprisoned.
And where are you from?
Far beyond the veil. Thavius at this point, it says, Do you hear it too? Do you hear the sounds? Its voice. It promises
Stop
much.
talking.
He kind of looks taken aback by that. He says, Fine. I suggest we leave this place. There are devils throughout it all,
Oh, are there?
lurking in the hallways, guarding over prisoners.
Oliver, can you grab the shield, please?
Yeah, I'll take the shield.
You take the shield off of the mantle, and he says, This is good. He will try to stop you. He will try to take me. He says, Well, that's perfectly fine. I don't think that the Van Thamper should have it any longer. Tell me, did you kill Thalamra and Thavius? What about Amaric and Mortlock? Her sons will be wont for violence after what...
I show him my boot and I go, here's one of them.
Good God. By Tor, my... Such violence. I suppose it must be done.
Yeah, no. Ugh. Every word this guy speaks, Merritt just kind of like punches her fist more and
Skin
more.
crawling.
And as you look, some of the lamplight that is in this room, you do notice with your 13 perception check, his shadow does not match him. It is pudgy, large, horned, with very small wings. You do not negotiate very well or think much of others, do you?
Quite the contrary, actually. I just don't think well of you.
I am a simple duke, a man of my people, someone who has served faithfully in the Temple of Torm for years.
Yeah, I know. I know you very well. I'm from Elturel.
You are?
Yes.
Then you understand how important it is that we get out of here as quickly as possible and tell them what has happened.
There's no one to go back to.
You don't know that. The shield has the answers. The voice within it says that it can change all this and make it better. It can restore the city. I just need time.
I think that you've done enough. And I think that we should leave and take a little bit more time to figure out what to do.
He actually at this point begins kind of like you see tears start to run down his face. He's like, I could not save them.
Merritt rolls her eyes and just starts walking ahead out
Can
of
I
the room.
can I cast detect thoughts?
Oh, absolutely.
Can I do an investigation on the shield just because I'm bored and I'm
Absolutely.
staring at
Yeah,
it?
you're
Sure,
holding it.
absolutely. Make an investigation check at this delectable shield.
I would like to use mind link on Merritt when she's the one talking to him.
Okie dokie.
I want to speak to her telepathically.
Alrighty.
19.
Let's go ahead and do one thing at a time. 19?
Yeah.
Very good. I will get to you in
Hi.
just a moment.
It's starting.
Oh no. The surface thoughts are, she knows. The shield is speaking to her. It's going to pick a different master. I need to quickly get it back. That one is heavily guarded. Bide your time. Make them your friend. That's what you get within the first 6 seconds. Now, you rolled a 19 on an investigation check.
Yeah, of
on
the
a-
shield.
On a very interesting shield. The shield itself actually looks like it's in places warped by whatever is emanating. And indeed, there is something emanated. Even upon first looking at it, it does not look as though it is a normal shield. But as you, with a 19, you can depict like sharp maw of teeth, eyes that kind of squint down. It definitely does not look as though it is it is not the shield of someone faithful. It is definitely like, it has a monstrous appearance on the visage of it. And looking at it, you can actually like look into the eyes and you begin to stare into it deeper and you hear, you start to have almost a moment of like unprompted PTSD.
Okay.
Where you're disassociated for a moment and you just remember beating some things to pulp, slicing through them, ripping like spines out of creatures that are definitely not humanoid at all. You remember the sky being full of fire and the lakes being full of blood, the noxious clouds moving over a landscape. And for a moment, you're just kind of caught in its gaze. For a moment, I'm going to say that you are entranced by the shield. You are charmed by it.
Oh.
You regard this thing as not a friend, but like something that holds your interest, I will say. Different slightly from charmed. So you did detect thoughts, you did the thing, and now you want to mind link with her.
Yes.
All right.
You just do it. I don't have a
Yeah,
fight.
no, I can just do it. I can speak telepathically to any creature I can see within 60 feet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Because I'm like temper tantruming off, yeah.
There's definitely like an echoey sound to it, so you can tell that this is the vocal thing. But yeah, what would you like to say?
I'm just watching Merritt, this whole interaction she's having with the gentleman,
Yep.
and I want to tell her, just tell me when. I'm ready to attack him as soon as you tell me.
It's
And I
like-
don't think I've done this to you before. I'm just
Yeah.
like willing it into being.
Yeah, no, like I definitely like flip her right head around, look back at you.
But I'm not speaking. I'm just looking at
Yeah.
No. I'm having a mental breakdown with the shield.
It's been a while since we went to you. What are you doing currently?
I'm gonna approach Oliver. I'm just gonna smack him like, hey, you got a pretty big shield there. You mind if I look at it?
Do I do anything? I mean, I'm.
You do snap out of it as you like physical interaction, like kids, it like kind of shakes you out of it.
Yeah, and then I one-hand it to him.
No, I just
No,
wanna
you don't
see it.
wanna-
No, I don't want to touch it. I
Okay.
don't really like metal outside of my sword.
Okay. I mean, it looks cool though.
No, yeah.
Look
it
deep
does.
within its eyes.
No,
Do you see anything?
No, I'm good.
No.
no.
Okay.
Come on, man. All the cool kids are doing
I know.
it.
I'm thinking like Oliver's this demonic drug dealer now.
Fabius like looks
You
about
wanna
like
touch the
over
toad?
at this interaction, the intensity of merit. He looks over at you who have clearly cast something, and he finally like singles in on Rhea and says, "My dear, you used to be a Hell Rider, did you not?" Rhea kind of like taken aback. She says, I suppose I might be one of the only ones." He's like, "Then I ask you, as a personal guard to the city in Avel Terrell, please help me leave here."
I'm gonna ask. The door's open. Why haven't you left? Why are you just staring at us?
I assumed that I can just leave, and he begins to like back up slowly. You have all taken notice that his shadow, like at first it seems like it's just like there's multiple sources of light, maybe it's just a configuration, but you're all certain that his shadow does not match up with him.
I'm gonna point out that why his shadow doesn't seem to match his pudgy form.
He looks at it like for a moment. He's like, it must be some sort of trick. I don't know."
Right.
I still have detect thoughts on him.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
So-
what does he think when I asked him
Yeah.
that?
As you hear that, like as he says it, he's like, no, no.
Okay.
Finally turn to look at him again,
Okay.
and I pull out the infernal box,
Okay.
and I hold it up to him, and just, what is this?
He says, "Oh,
Like all the way down.
I've never seen that before in my life. I can't begin to speculate what that might be."
But what did he think?
Natural 20 on that insight check.
Dang.
I almost just broke my nails.
That's right.
Like, he raised.
This man is lying
holding the table
through
underneath.
his teeth.
Oh,
But
I
what did
know.
he think?
What the hell was that? What? That.
Hi. I brought her food. Should I leave? This looks like a girl talk. I'll leave. Yeah.
I'll talk in your head. No. So he
Oh no,
can't
I
hear.
left. I left.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
leave you guys to it.
It's just, I don't know. I think it's, you know, it's you know how that family was. They have all sorts of weird cursed items, and I think that's just what it is. But I mean,
You trusted it?
of course not.
But you did what it told you to.
She did what I requested she do. And you do hear this in both of your heads now. You are owed some questions, as you have helped me, and I wish to help you. I seek to return to where I belong. As you're casting Identify, there is a moment where the shield itself exudes this kind of presence, and you are filled to the core with a deep-seated fear of it. For just a moment, it says, "You wish to comprehend that which is not yours to understand. You had the option to speak with me, and you chose to be invasive.
Shield is cool. Calm down.
I am the Hidden Lord. I possess power beyond that which you can possibly understand. And if you do that again, I will make it so painful for you. Now, let's talk.
Okay, so what are you?
I am the Hidden Lord.
Okay, you said that like 6
A
times.
celestial.
But what are you?
I'm a celestial.
Wait a minute.
You do not inherently believe this story, being that there's a few things keying you off to it. Noticeably how it looks,
Yeah.
and also how it sounds. Also the threatening gaze, like, there's a lot of like, look not upon me, fear me, I am an angel. This is not that tone. This is fear me, I come from elsewhere.
Yeah.
Look, I admit I got kind of heated some choices that weren't the best, but it'll be okay.
So what do you want?
I want to go back home,
Which is where?
Avernus. I need to get back to Avernus and break free of my bonds. I can do so while I am down there, and I will do everything I can in my power to do that, including help anyone willing to assist me.
Help how?
I'm able to see beyond things that others cannot. I have inherent knowledge about the terrain of Avernus, and I know that Zalriel is trying to plunge Baldur's Gate down into the deep-seated darkness of the pit I am from, and that she's very successful in moving that plot forward, or was, until you moved against her.
How powerful are you?
Avernus is not my natural plane, but I exude a great deal of power from there. Measuring it would be like measuring the sky to the ground.
Grains of sand. Are you powerful enough to bring Elturel back?
No, but I know how to do it. But first we have to get down to Avernus, and from there, the next step will be taken. We need to find a way down there, and I can direct you where you need to go. At the end of this journey, I would be able to be on my way and you be on yours.
Then I'm in. I'll help you.
Where do we start?
First, we need someone powerful enough to plane shift us down to Avernus.
Fuck.
And the one you call Oliver. What do you know about him? Of his past?
Not enough.
I know something.
What do you know?
Something.
I would inquire that you pull on that thread and see where it goes. You do not enter into the Nine Hells without knowing full well who you're going in with. You must be able to trust yourselves implicitly, know everything, and if anyone is hiding something, it will be exploited and used against you, and you will not make it out from there.
Okay. We'll talk. We'll talk to them.
You should tell them about me. There is no need for secrecy. We need to be all on the same page. Honesty between all of us. Nothing hidden.